Greetings, Internet viewers. It's your old pal Oxleymations here again with another hopefully interesting video. For today's review, I'm going to be taking a look, if it wasn't evidenced by the title over here today, at the new Arby's barbecue offerings. So I went over to Arby's, obviously, and I picked myself up one of each of the sandwiches, and they were kind enough to offer one of each of the sauces. So I got the Anthony's Spicy Barbecue Sauce, Chipotle Smoke, and I've got Cedric's Sweet Barbecue Sauce, Bussin' Brown Sugar. And on the back, they look like this. Let me kind of straighten that out a little bit. Now, to go with the sauces there, like I said, I got one of each of their new sandwiches. I got the quarter-pound barbecue brisket sandwich by itself, no fries. Otherwise, this would have been a lot more expensive than only $40. And it wasn't just the sandwiches that made it $40. It was the fact that I also got a container of their apparently new, it might have been around for a while, white cheddar mac and cheese, and a 3-piece of their potato cakes. You only count 2 there because I gave 1 to my sister. As well as throwing on 2 additional sandwiches, which I gave to my sister. It was another pulled pork, right?
Right.
And a beef and cheddar. Along with an orange cream shake, right?
Right.
Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear her over there. But yeah, this was a bit of an expensive endeavor. So hopefully y'all enjoy, and hopefully I enjoy it too for the price. All right, so we're going to start with, what sandwich is this? The quarter-pound barbecue brisket burger sandwich. One thing I was hoping for when I saw that they were adding like barbecue sandwiches, I was hoping they were going to bring back the Arby sandwich, which was just a standard roast beef sandwich slathered in barbecue sauce. I haven't had one of those in years, and I'm pretty sure it's discontinued. I could be absolutely wrong. If I am wrong about that, please let me know down in the comment section down below. Regardless of that, here is what the sandwich looks like fresh out of the wrapper. Let me turn it so we got a more photogenic side of it. There we go, right there. So I'm going to try it once by itself, and then I'm going to try with 1 bite of each of these sauces and use a potato cake to kind of do a palate cleanse in between. The sausages. I can talk sometimes. The sauces. Between the sauces, I'm going to use the potato cakes. You got the idea. I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to put this in my mouth, so... Okay. It's good. It's nice and juicy. Even though you can tell it's had around for a little while. And apparently, they add pickles to these sandwiches. I did not know that. So by itself, the sandwich is pretty good. It's nice and smoky. And like I said, it's actually still got some juice to it, even though it's been sitting around a while. Just almost inhaled a little bit of the burnt ends on the edge. And I think these are bread and butter pickles. Let me yank. Oh, wow, that is a big pickle. Wrong eye. There we go. I can see you. Going to try the pickle by itself a little bit. No, not bread and butter. It's your standard dill, but it's a little sweeter than I was expecting. All right. So me being the way that I am, I'm going to start with Anthony's spicy barbecue sauce. So we set the sandwich right over here, and we tear open the packaging. There we are. Just enough so that we can actually see some of that sauce. Just going to give it a little squeeze. There we go. Right there. Didn't mean for it to actually bubble over the top of the container, but it did. So here we go. A little bit of the Anthony's spicy barbecue. And of course it went the wrong way. Just get out of the package and get onto the sandwich, darn you. Okay, so like I said, the Anthony's spicy barbecue. And so you can see I did actually put it on the sandwich. I keep wanting to call it a burger. And here we go. To your health, everyone. Okay, that's one of those slow burn kind of spicy sauces. Starts off nice and sweet. You got that smoky flavor. And then like 1 or 2 seconds later, it just starts to tingle. It's a good tingle. It's actually a good flavor too. I like it. I like it. It's reaching the back of my throat now, so the tingle is starting to feel right down in here. I mean, I'm starting to feel the tingle right down in here. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense in English. The tingle is really starting to feel in here. Hear what I'm saying, folks? This is really bringing out the redneck in me a little bit. But like I said, I like it. And it's got that, what kind of heat can I compare this to? It's almost like a mild sriracha level of heat. No, that's too extreme. Jalapeno. There we go. It's like a sweet jalapeno kind of kick. And it's quite tasty. All right. So as I said previously, my little palate cleanser. Because as we all know, potato by itself, even fried potato, is a relatively mild flavor. Yeah, one more little bite. All right, we'll put it down. While I'm chewing that up. Oh, joyful. The Anthony's sauce smeared onto the sweet sauce pouch. Let's see, do I have any paper towels on the table? I don't have any. Son of a gun. I just don't want the two flavors to intermingle so soon, so, oh wait, there we go. Right. Aha, napkins. They were like half buried underneath some stuff. Oh, it's just one big napkin. Okay, that'll do. There we go. There we go. And, haha. Okay. So now we're going to do our best to actually open this one properly, which I did, I think. Yep, there is actually a little opening there. So now we're going to check what the Cedric's sweet barbecue sauce is like. Apparently, according to my sister over there, it's good. Her sandwich came with this exclusively. So here we go, in front of the camera this time. So y'all can see I'm not fooling. Don't want to put too much on there. Okay. So here we go. To your health again, everyone. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do like that one as well. It's a fair bit sweeter than the Anthony's spicy sauce, as it should be. And I'd say that if I was having these sandwiches and I just was not feeling up to that spicy kick, I would definitely go with the Cedric sweet sauce. But if you're craving that spice, and the Anthony's spice isn't like super in your face, like it's going to melt your tongue off, it's just the right amount of spice to sweetness ratio. Like I said, with that one, it comes in sweet, you get the smoky flavor, and then that tingle to let you know that there's something spicy in there, which is good. I like that in my sauces. Now, as for the barbecue brisket sandwich by itself, I like it. Nice smoky flavor, as I think I already alluded to at the beginning of this. It's got that nice pork flavor to it. And as I also said, somehow it's actually still moist, even though it's been, admittedly, it's not a fresh sandwich. And the pickles add a nice little something to it. It kind of elevates the flavor just enough. But now that I've spoken about that sandwich, and I've spoken about both of the sauces, let's go ahead and try out the other sandwich. Just going to put the sauce pouches over here. And by the way, these are some substantial sauce pouches. To give you a visual representation, here's a potato cake. Here's the sauce pouch. And these things, don't know how if you can tell how thick that is with sauce, but that is a substantial amount of sauce right there. All right. Now to try the quarter-pound pulled pork sandwich. And I think for this one, I'm going to do the same thing I did with that brisket sandwich. I'm going to try a little bit of each of the sauce on it. After the sandwich by itself, of course. After I do just a little bit of a palate cleanse. Because that's another thing with the barbecued brisket. It's got a bit of a sweetness to it from the barbecue. So a kind of sweetness that sticks around for a little bit, you know? Okay. While I'm chewing that up, I'm going to add the straw to my cup of mellow yellow. My apologies to any headphone wearing users out there in the viewing audience. The bag was right there and I missed it. Oh well. Okay. Oh. Well, this one, the pork didn't stay on there, or they just like threw it on there real quick and kind of added some extra onto the side here. But I'm not going to complain. Far be it from me to complain about extra food, especially in this economy and for how much this stuff costs. All right, so here we go, folks. To your health. First bite, the sandwich by itself. Mm-hmm. It's got kind of a similar flavor profile to the brisket one. It doesn't quite have that sweetness the brisket one does, though. But it does have those same pickles. All right, now going in the same order as before, only I'm going to tear this. Of course, it didn't tear right. Put that in the bag, and we'll just... There. So we won't have as much of a mess on the back of the packet this time. So we start off with the Anthony's spicy barbecue sauce. And this time I'm going to do it in front of the camera so y'all can see I'm not fooling. Right there. About the same amount that I did with the sweet sauce. Mm-hmm. Again, to your health, everyone. Mm-hmm. This sandwich is definitely elevated with the barbecue sauce. For anyone wondering what that was just now, as some of my viewers may be aware, and maybe even you watching might be aware, recently I purchased a haunted doll off of a person on Facebook Marketplace, and we've been having silly little things happen around the house ever since. That was a bag of, what was it? You know when you get like a big pack of water bottles and it says on the side of it that you can take them back to the store if they're clean and dry and recycle them? A trash bag full of those just toppled off the top of the recycling can, along with what sounded like a box of something. So I guess that's just the spirit's way of saying hello. Completely unrelated to the video, but I felt you'd like to know what that was about. And it might not have even been paranormally related. It might just be that, it was time for the bag to fall down and it fell down and I'm just making connections where there are none. But anyway, like I was saying initially, this sandwich is definitely elevated by the barbecue sauce, as is the other one. Although the other one can stand on its own without the sauce, it's better with it. So like I just had the spicy sauce, which I still think is good. Now the potato cake to kind of cleanse the old palate. Gonna need just a bit more. I let the sauce sit on my tongue a little bit longer than the last time, so I'm still feeling the tingle like right there on the tip of my tongue. Okay, there we go. All right, now for the sweet barbecue sauce on the same sandwich. Don't mind those sounds, folks. The neighbors at like about 7:30. No, well, it's presently after 8 o'clock. The neighbors after 8 o'clock are just now deciding to mow their lawn. Anyway, so the sweet sauce. Like that. And for the fourth time now, to your health. Mm-hmm. That sauce is good. Hmm. Now, to try and give a rating of which sauce I think pairs better with which sandwich, and again, this is just my opinion, I honestly think that if you're going to get the pulled pork sandwich, the Anthony's spicy sauce pairs better with it. And if you're going to get the brisket, the Cedric's sweet sauce pairs better with that one. That's just my honest opinion. Take it with as you will, a grain of salt or what have you. And the sandwiches by themselves, if I were to get them without any additional sauces or anything, I would honestly go for the brisket next time. If I was doing just the sandwich, no sauce, no dip, none of that stuff. Now they're firing up the mower again. But with that said, folks, I'm going to give the mac and cheese a quick try because I'm not sure if this is a new item or if this is just something that's been on the menu and it's been so long since I've been there, I just didn't know. But in case it's a new item, in queso, because cheese, I'm going to give you all my first impressions. Because I know I've had their mac and cheese before when they were doing wacky stuff like putting bacon and steak and stuff in there. No, I'm thinking of the nacho fries that they had, the pseudo nacho fries. Oh, got a burp. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. That one had a hiccup with it. All right, so mac and cheese time. To your health again. Nice and creamy. It's got that rich white cheddar sauce to it. The noodles, I'm not gonna lie. If you've ever gotten like the store bought frozen macaroni and cheese, like Stouffer's mac and cheese, the noodles are like that. It's like you can tell they've been cooked, but they've kind of like dried out a little bit. You guys know what I'm talking about if you've ever had the Stouffer's mac and cheese, the noodles have texture, but it's not quite the right texture. That's the best way I can word it. But the flavor keeps me coming back for more. All right, folks. Give me just a minute to deal with this mouthful, and we'll wrap this up. It has been so long since I've had mellow yellow. Oh, that hits just the right spot. Oh, that was good. Okay. Also, when it comes to the sauces, because I'm sure those of you out in the audience who are watching this, or at least some of you, are wondering which one I prefer. Honestly, I have to say I prefer the Anthony's sauce just because of that spicy kick. Don't get me wrong, the Cedric sauce is good, but it's missing a little something something. And that something something is something that the Anthony sauce has, because it's got that little bit of a smoky heat to it. Yeah. So with that said, folks, I'm going to wrap this up here by saying a big hearty thank you To each and every single one of you out there watching, I do truly and greatly appreciate it. If you like what you've seen here today, you know what to do. Like and share. Maybe, I don't know. There was a third thing I was going to say, but those are the only two things you can do with YouTube, aside from what I'm going to say next. But yeah, with all of that, excuse me, with all of that out of the way, and that, this is your old pal Oxleymations saying, viewers beware, and subscribe if you dare.